Hello everyone. Today is something a little new. I am going to show you all just how easy it is to personalize your budget binder or planner. When we make things more personalized to us, we are more likely to sit down to study, plan, and of course, budget. So with that in mind, today I am going to show you guys how to set up my latest digital, which is Lotus and Lily's planner packet. So let me go ahead and just show you how easy this is to set up. Okay, so all you need are a few basic materials, and remember that these materials can be used every time you want to change your styles. So an initial investment, some of the stuff you probably already have laying around, but you might need to grab a few things. But of course, you need your favorite A6 or A5 binder. Today I am doing A6. 2 sheets of cardstock. You can pick this up at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, or Amazon. And 1 sheet of regular paper. Scissors. A burnisher or a credit card or ID works just fine because you just need that straight edge. A single hole puncher, glue, at least 2 different ribbons, some kind of keychain. I just grabbed this one I had laying around in my junk drawer. 2 little clothespins or paper clips. I prefer using the clothespins. I don't know why, I just prefer them, but either will work. And the digital download planner pack. This is free for the month of March to my Ko-fi members, but you can snag it on Etsy as well, or find some other of your favorite things to print out. And of course, you need a printer to print out your 3 sheets. If you do not have one in your home, you can print it at Staples, the library, maybe at your work, or ask a friend. There's options. Some optional items that you're going to see me use today you don't have to have, but of course they make it easier, and those are a paper trimmer, a corner rounder, 2 sheets of laminating paper. I recommend 3mm, holographic sticker sheets, glue dots. You can grab these at Dollar Tree or Amazon, and a charm or 2 that you like. I usually grab these at Hobby Lobby when they are 40% off. All right, so the first thing that I do is I print out the dashboard and the minis on cardstock. And then I print the mini envelope on regular paper. So make sure that when you print, you select actual size. This is very important, and I will tell you why in a few seconds. But let's start with the cardstock sheets. So this is, again, your dashboard and your minis. As you can see here, I've noted to cut this top part off before you laminate. So let me go ahead and get these prepared. If you are not laminating or using holographic paper, you can skip this part. But I want to holograph sticker my dashboard. So I'll go ahead and speed all this up so you can still see the process, but it'll be fast. All right, and this is how everything will look. Now I'm going to get my paper trimmer, or you can use your scissors and go ahead and cut out what I'm using. Okay, so everything's cut out, but I'm going to start with the dashboard here. So as you can see, I have made this guide here to make it super easy for you to hole punch and put it in your binder. So this is why I mentioned to print actual size, because if you don't, your guide won't light up properly. But let me go ahead and do this. Easy. And if you want to round your corners, now is the time to go ahead and do that as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and run all of the laminated stuff back through the laminator to make sure that everything has a nice seal. Look at that, we are moving right along. Now let's go ahead, set these aside. And we're going to cut these pieces out. So this is the part of the cardstock that we didn't want to laminate. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the little lotus and the ribbon bookmark. Okay, so this little guy might frustrate you a little bit, but just remember it doesn't have to be perfect. And I like to leave a little bit of white edging around there so that you're not super worried about perfection. See, not perfect, just go with the flow. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fold this one in half. So that's how that looks. Now we're going to adhere these. Insanely easy, guys. So this is where I like to use glue dots because they make this process so much easier. So literally all you're gonna do is take your clothespin or your paper clip, you're gonna stick a glue dot on there. And you want them to face this way. So just put your little guy like that. Look, instant clip. Super easy, right? I probably should have put another, I could have put another one at the top, or of course you can glue it. Eileen's glue works great for this as well, but I am being lazy today. So there's that one. So this one probably works better with the paper clip, but the thing is you have to put it down further because you don't want it way up there. It's kind of big, to be honest. I could probably make it smaller, and you could probably cut this in half and use two if you want. But what I'm going to do is just leave it as it is and use it as like just a cute little insert flap to make things look nice. So super easy. You know, you could also make this a cute magnet if you wanted by just adding a little magnet to the back. All right, that part's done. Easy, right? Now we're going to move on to our ribbon tassel. All right, so I like using multiple ribbons because I think it's prettier, but you can just use one or two, whatever you think works. And I just kind of make it double the length of my binder. You can go a little shorter or a little longer if you want it sticking out the bottom. It's up to you. But once you get that first ribbon cut, you can just use it as a guide for your rest. I'm actually going to do just the three. Now that I'm doing it, I don't feel like I need that last one. I think these are actually really pretty together. And I always like to use baker's twine. So go ahead and add a little bit of that, but we're going to make it slightly longer because we're going to be tying charms to it. All right, now that you have all of your ribbons, you're going to go ahead and try to make sure that they're even on the bottom here. All right, so now that you have all of your ribbon, you're going to go ahead and feed it through your keychain. Just so it's right there in the middle, you know, just right there in the middle, okay? All right, so there's two ways you can do this. The first one is you can just pull this down real taut on the ring, get a decent length of baker's twine, make sure everything's straight, and then tie it just in a knot. All right, so you see how I'm just tying? Let me zoom in on that. So you can see I just got it in a knot. It's not super easy to get to this point, but you want to get it as tight as possible and as close to the ring as possible. And then just get it super tight. Then flip it over. Whoops. Flip it over and do it again. Just tie it in a knot like you're tying a bow. Oops, trying to get that knot centered. There we go. Okay, decent. Not fabulous, but it's just a little tassel, so it's not too perfect. And then we're going to go, you could leave that if you wanted, but I'm going to go ahead and just tie it in a bow. So pull that tight and then just hold your finger there. Well, I kind of like it that long. So let me zoom back out here. So there is your tassel, right? Super easy. The other method is to tie it like loop it, but to be honest with you, I'm not really feeling that with all of these ribbons. It was a pain when I tried it. So now I'm going to actually just add a couple of little charms to the bottom of this. So I'm going to make this shorter because I actually want my charms to dangle more towards the top. So pull the one from the ribbon tassel. I'm going to cut it about there. And do the same with the other, maybe slightly longer. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit again. Okay. So I'm going to take this and put my little mushroom. And then I'm just going to knot it in. Super easy, nothing fancy. It's just for fun. It's supposed to be a little scrappy. I'm going to double knot it just to make sure it stays. This is where I probably should have left it a little longer and cut it after, but that's all right. There's my cute little mushroom. Now let's go ahead and add Mr. Frog. And kind of want him up high too, so double knot, pull it tight. Cut that. And there is our very cute ribbon tassel. Okay, let's set this aside. All right, now we're on to the final part. Our little mini envelope. This one's super easy. We're just gonna cut it out. All right, so it's gonna look like this. You're gonna flip it on the back and fold up the bottom. Then the smaller side. The bigger side. And then the top. I like to hit this with my burnisher again to make sure that everything's flat and the corners are all creased. Okay, now we're going to take some glue and we're going to glue the sides down. So glue 1, 2, and I like to give this a little extra. And again, flip it over, hit it with this to get that glue all spread out. And there's our envelope. All right, so let's clear everything out and get our binder ready. All right, so I have my binder here and we're gonna put it together. Insanely easy, here we go. All right, so I already have my envelope in here for my minis. We're gonna tuck this aside. The first thing that we're gonna do is put in our dashboard. And while we have this open, we're gonna go ahead and clip in our ribbon. Okay, now I'm gonna put my cute little Friendship is Priceless guy right here. And now you have some choices with what is left. So with your Tiny Things envelope, what I personally like to do is put it in here. So the easiest thing to do is to take your dashboard as a guide, and I kind of want them like right there. So take your dashboard as a guide, get your hole puncher back, and just punch those holes. All right, so I probably could have done this a little differently. I should have kind of pushed it up, you know, like right there, and put the holes so that he kind of stuck out, but this is fine. So you're gonna put your dashboard first, and you should also lift this when doing it. I completely forgot that point as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my minis in here. And put him right here. Dashboard on top. And then my ribbon. There you go. So now you've got your ribbon, and just to make life easy on yourself, whenever you're actually in here, you can just pull this up so that it's out of the way whenever you're in here. All right, so then I'm gonna tuck this right here as just a cute little decoration. And then you have your clippy, which you could put here, or you can clip her here just to make sure that your little tiny things don't fall out, which I kind of like that. Put her over right there. And what do you guys think? Isn't that just super easy to make your binder absolutely gorgeous and make it your own? So I hope that you are now motivated to spruce up your binder or planner. Remember that everything I've used today is linked below for you. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you have found this video helpful, please give me a like. And if you want to see more, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.